the cameras flashed, the crowd froze. And just like that, Hollywood had a completely new obsession. I mean, Kylie Jenner's birthday had absolutely everyone talking, but the only question that really mattered was, where was Timothée Chalamet?
It really is kind of the ultimate magic trick of modern celebrity.
Exactly.
You create this visual spectacle that's just blindingly bright, and you do it specifically so the public realizes what is suddenly, missing from the frame.
Welcome to StarScope Report. Join Jordan and Jamie as they uncover Hollywood drama, music industry shakeups, and viral influencer scandals. From red carpet surprises to social media controversies, we dive deep into the stories behind the fame.
And today's deep dive is a big one.
It is massive, because over the last few days, we've been looking at the absolute viral fallout from Kylie Jenner's 29th birthday. We've pulled together reporting from Marie Claire, Sports Illustrated, Reality Tea, Geo News, just a huge stack of sources.
Right, trying to piece together how a party covered in pastel balloons became the epicenter of this massive cultural conversation.
Yeah, because while we're all obsessing over the outfits and that very specific viral photo,
which we will definitely get to.
Well, we have to. But while we were distracted by all that, we completely missed the real story. Kylie Jenner is quietly pulling off a masterclass in privacy.
She really is. She's using the internet's own algorithm to do it, which is fascinating.
Okay, let's unpack this. Because to understand what she's hiding, you first have to look at the sheer volume of stuff she threw in our faces.
Right, the absolute visual overload.
The overload that was branded as the Princess Kitty pre-birthday bash on August 9th. If you were scrolling your feed that weekend, you could not escape it.
No, it was everywhere. It was this sensory explosion of hyper-curated early 2000s pink.
Yes. I mean, her outfit alone. Kylie was in this plunging pink latex mini dress. She was wrapped in a feather boa, wearing a furry pink headband.
And those pink feather kitten heels.
Kitten heels. It was so intense. My immediate thought wasn't like, oh, what a fun party with friends. My thought was, this is a closed-set fashion editorial.
Which is exactly how these events function now, right? This wasn't a party in the traditional sense. It was basically a content factory.
A completely art-directed dollhouse.
Exactly. And think about why they leaned so hard into that Y2K aesthetic. Nostalgia is incredibly potent right now, especially for millennials and Gen Z.
Oh, for sure.
The pink latex, the kitten heels, it all signals a very specific era of MTV Spring Break, Paris Hilton-style wealth. It's visually aggressive, which immediately commands your attention on a tiny phone screen.
That makes total sense, because even the food was optimized for the feed. I mean, you can't just have one cake at an event like this anymore.
No, of course not. You need options.
Right. She had 3 distinct cakes. And when I was reading through the source descriptions, it honestly felt like each cake was a targeted ad for a different demographic.
I noticed the exact same thing. Break down the signaling there, because it's so clever.
Okay, so cake number 1 is this elegant one-tier white frosted cake, right? But it's covered in these chic, colorful gemstones?
Right, so that is clearly targeting the high-fashion, billionaire cosmetics mogul audience.
Exactly. Then cake number 2 pivots completely to the party theme. It's soft baby pink with kitten details, and it reads, "Happy birthday, Kitty Kylie."
Which feeds the sweet, familial, relatable narrative.
Yeah, exactly. And then cake number 3 is where it gets kind of subversive. It's shaped like a bikini-clad body with the word meow written across the bottom.
Right, which caters directly to the edgy internet culture audience. By providing 3 different focal points, her team ensures there is a perfectly tailored image for every type of pop culture blog to pick up.
It's brilliant. And, the guest list functioned the exact same way. It wasn't just friends gathering. It was a decentralized PR network.
Oh, 100%.
You look around that room and it's Kim, Khloé, Kendall. You've got Hailey and Justin Bieber. Influencers like Devin Lee Carlson and Yoris Palmer.
Tristan Thompson was even there.
Yeah. You also have the family anchoring it. There is this adorable video of 8-year-old Stormy cuddling with Kylie while everyone sings happy birthday, along with Chicago and True.
It's all so perfectly balanced.
But honestly, it made me question the whole nature of celebrity joy. When every square inch of a room, right down to the bedazzled drink cups, is optimized for a camera, can anyone actually relax?
Well, that is the defining anxiety of modern fame, isn't it? Every guest in that room knows they are essentially a co-star in a production designed for public consumption.
Wow, yeah. You aren't just drinking a cocktail, you are a prop.
You're a prop in a billionaire's narrative. And the internet, of course, loves to cast these productions, which is why people immediately noticed Sister Kourtney was absent.
Oh, the internet notices everything. They also noticed her best friend, Stassie Karaniklau, wasn't in any of the pictures.
Even though we found out Stassie was literally just on vacation in Ibiza, she even posted her love online.
Right. But it just proves that the public scrutinizes these parties like crime scenes. If you aren't in the photo, you're automatically a suspect.
Exactly. And her team knows that. They know the public wants to dissect the glossy perfection, but they also know that flawless, high-budget perfection is getting, well, a little boring for audiences in 2026.
It really is. But while the aesthetic was flawless, it was a single, totally unscripted-looking photo that sent the internet into an absolute frenzy. And wait until you hear what came next, because we are getting into that viral moment right now.
Oh, this is the best part.
It hijacked the entire weekend. Because while the Princess Kitty aesthetic was so highly produced, the image that went nuclear felt messy. And I have to admit, when I first saw it posted by Devin Lee Carlson, it got me.
Really?
Yeah. I thought, oh wow, someone actually snuck a real unedited moment onto the grid.
That is the illusion of breaking the fourth wall. Tell me what you saw in that photo, just purely visually.
Okay, so it's a shot of Hailey, Bieber, and Kylie. Hailey is wearing this light pink top, tan pants, a rhinestone tiara, and a pink feather boa. And she is playfully licking Kylie Jenner's back.
Just super casual, right?
Totally. But it's the framing that's wild. Kylie's turned away wearing these low-rise pants, and you have this very clear, very bright shot of an exposed pink thong and her glittery lower back butterfly tattoo.
Right, it's very Y2K grunge.
Yes, it has that harsh flash photography lighting. It feels incredibly candid.
What's fascinating here is we have to ask ourselves, how does a billionaire with an iron grip on her public image just happen to have a perfectly lit, perfectly styled, candid moment uploaded by a high-profile friend?
Wait, so you think it was entirely planned?
I mean, it's manufactured spontaneity.
So they're basically hacking the paparazzi system.
Precisely. Think back to the 2000s. Celebrities were victims of that harsh paparazzi flash. Tabloids made millions catching them in wild, unscripted moments.
Right, stumbling out of clubs and stuff.
Exactly. Today, someone like Kylie Jenner just cuts out the middleman. Instead of waiting for a tabloid to catch them acting wild, they manufacture a pseudo-wild moment in a controlled environment and distribute it themselves.
Oh, that is so smart.
It feeds the algorithm's desperate hunger for shock value, but entirely on her terms.
And it works so well. Think about our own Instagram feeds for a second. Think about how much time you spend trying to curate the perfect photo dump.
Oh, it takes forever.
We take 50 photos just to find the one that looks like we weren't trying at all. We are all basically adopting this celebrity tactic of performed casualness.
We absolutely are. But here is the real genius of that specific photo with Hailey Bieber. It was so visually loud, so shocking and nostalgic, that it successfully distracted millions of people from looking for the one thing that wasn't there.
It was a total flashbang. A flashbang to hide the shadows. Because while we were all zooming in on the butterfly tattoo and the thong, we completely missed a massive pattern break. The internet has a remarkably short attention span, but a terrifyingly long memory for relationship patterns.
They never forget.
Never. And when the glitter settled, the digital panic set in. Later in the deep dive, we'll talk about the privacy shift this triggered. But first, we have to talk about the missing boyfriend. Where in the world was Timothée Chalamet?
It was the absence that instantly derailed all the birthday coverage. And honestly, the reaction highlights a deeply fascinating psychological shift in how we view relationships today.
I mean, the internet went into full-blown meltdown mode. He was completely MIA.
Nowhere to be seen.
Right. He wasn't in the background of the party snaps. He wasn't tagged. He didn't drop a custom Instagram story for a birthday. Naturally, everyone, and I include myself in this, assumed the absolute worst.
The breakup rumors started flying within hours.
Oh, instantly. People were reading into the lyrics of songs playing in the background of her snaps, just assuming this 2-year relationship was dead in the water.
Which is incredibly telling about our collective mindset. But let's ground this in reality first, right? Because if we pivot away from the TikTok conspiracies and look at the actual reporting, specifically the hard facts confirmed by Sports Illustrated, the truth is entirely logistical.
Right, because he wasn't ghosting her. He was in Budapest.
Exactly. He has been in Budapest. He is currently deep into production for Denis Villeneuve's sci-fi epic Dune, Part 3.
Which is a massive undertaking.
Huge. Filming for a project of that scale began back in July. And on top of that, he is prepping for another demanding film, Marty Supreme.
Oh, wow. So his schedule's just packed.
Completely. He was even spotted earlier in the summer in Saint-Tropez with a completely buzzed head, presumably for the Dune role. So he wasn't at a pink dollhouse party in Los Angeles because he is a working actor leading a multi-million-dollar international film franchise on a different continent.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting, though. Why does knowing that fact not stop the internet panic?
Right.
Why do we, as a culture, immediately assume a relationship is over just because a partner isn't broadcasted on an Instagram story? It is like we have collectively lost our sense of digital object permanence.
Oh, I love that term.
Right. If I can't see the boyfriend on the phone screen right this second, the boyfriend must cease to exist.
Digital object permanence is the perfect phrase for it. We have developed this intense parasocial entitlement.
Yes.
We feel that because a celebrity shares their breakfast or their outfits and even their children with us, we are somehow owed a digital receipt for their romantic love. If there isn't a grid post for a birthday, we assume there is no love behind closed doors.
It places such an immense, suffocating burden on public figures. And honestly, it places a burden on all of us. Just think about it. How often do you feel the pressure to post your anniversary dinner or your partner's birthday just so your extended social circle knows you are still happy?
Like if you didn't post the flowers, did you even get them?
Exactly. We've equated visibility with validity.
We really have.
Yeah.
But what makes Kylie and Timothy's dynamic so fascinating is that they are actively rejecting that premise. Remember, this isn't a new fragile fling. They have been together since April 2023.
Right. We are looking at a deeply established 2-year relationship here.
Exactly. Which brings us to a massive pivot that I think changes how we need to look at her entire empire moving forward.
If you're loving these Hollywood twists, make sure you're subscribed because we've got even crazier stories ahead. But let's get into this pivot because over the last 2 years, their appearances together have been incredibly strategic.
Very deliberate.
High profile, but heavily guarded. We saw them at the 2026 Critics' Choice Awards, the Oscars, the NBA Finals, the World Cup Final.
Big global stages.
Right. They show up, they dominate the news cycle for 24 hours, and then they completely retreat.
They are establishing a very firm boundary between public spectacle and private intimacy. And the reporting makes it clear they are deliberately not rushing an engagement either.
They aren't playing into the reality TV timeline at all.
Not even a little bit. Instead of doing flashy, paparazzi-heavy dinners in West Hollywood every single week, they are doing private double-date staycations in Malibu with Kendall Jenner and Jacob Elordi.
Oh, I love that.
Right. They are fiercely prioritizing normalcy.
I'm so glad you brought up the reality TV timeline because this is where Kylie is actively breaking the foundational rules of her own family's playbook.
Oh, completely shattering them.
She gave this incredibly candid interview to Marie Claire, where she talked about being highly protective of her personal life. She specifically addressed her family's reality show, The Kardashians.
What did she say?
Her quote was, "I can't live for whatever everyone else wants me to do. I just have to try to do what's best for me every day."
Wow. When you look at her history, that quote is nothing short of a radical rebellion.
It really is.
I mean, she has been on television since she was 9 years old. Her adolescence, her mistakes, her early relationships, her pregnancies, it has all been monetized and broadcasted for public consumption.
Every single detail.
So for her to draw a line in the sand now and say, no, this one relationship is just for me, that fundamentally threatens the core business model of reality television.
It totally does. The tabloids were desperate for the narrative that she was giving Timothée ultimatums to appear on the show to boost ratings. But the sources confirmed the exact opposite. She is prioritizing a healthy, off-camera relationship over TV ratings.
Which is huge.
So what does this all mean? I look at this like a digital firewall. And I want to get your take on this metaphor because it feels like a total inversion of power.
Okay, I'm listening.
When your entire empire is built on giving the public access, your ultimate flex of billionaire power isn't sharing everything anymore. It's building a firewall. You feed the public the surface-level data, like the latex dresses and the bikini cakes, to protect the secure servers behind it.
Oh, that firewall metaphor is incredibly accurate, especially when you look at how it operates mechanically. A good firewall doesn't just block traffic, it reroutes it.
Yeah.
By feeding the paparazzi and the internet exactly what they crave, the shiny, distracting Princess Kitty content and that edgy Hailey Bieber photo, she occupies the public's attention completely.
She gives the algorithm so much data to chew on that it temporarily forgets to try and breach the core.
Exactly. If we connect this to the bigger picture, she is weaponizing her own superficiality to protect her depth.
Wow. Weaponizing superficiality to protect depth. That is exactly what is happening here. And it makes me rethink how I judge these celebrity spectacles entirely. We started this deep dive looking at a hyper-curated party. We saw the bedazzled cups, the carefully calculated viral moments, the absolute sensory overload.
It felt like a masterclass in giving the internet what it wants.
But behind that pink, latex-covered firewall is the quiet, boundary-setting reality of a woman who is fiercely protecting her most valued relationship.
She's completely fine letting the internet speculate.
Totally fine. She's fine letting millions of people assume the worst about a missing birthday post because she knows the truth is safe behind closed doors.
She doesn't need to post an Instagram story to know her partner is in Budapest working on a massive film. For her, the silence isn't a red flag. The silence is the security.
It's the stark difference between a reality TV character and a real human being. She gave the audience the character for her birthday, but she kept the person hidden.
Which is such a powerful evolution to witness in real time. It fundamentally challenges the modern assumption that if you have a platform, you owe the public your soul.
And that leaves us with a final thought for you to chew on as you go about your day. In a society where digital attention is constantly touted as the most valuable currency on earth, where everyone is fighting tooth and nail just to be seen, perhaps the ultimate luxury, something only the truly powerful can afford, is true invisibility.
That's a great point.
If the most watched woman in the world is finding her peace by intentionally stepping out of the frame and refusing to prove her happiness to an algorithm, is it time we all reconsider what parts of our own lives we leave unphotographed?
It is definitely something to consider the next time you reach for your phone to document a perfect moment. Ask yourself who you are really taking the photo for. Maybe the flash isn't necessary at all.
Maybe the empty chair isn't empty. Maybe it's just reserved for the things that matter most.
You've been listening to StarScope Report, where Jordan and Jamie uncover the stories shaping Hollywood, music, and pop culture. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories that keep the stars shining.